The Cadet Saber has been part of the USAFA tradition from the beginning. Historically, they were made in Germany. Keeping in tradition with the Saber will now be made locally in Colorado Springs, made in the USA. In 2023, there was an order placed for 200 sabers, and when the sabers were received, it was without the etching on the blade, which is part of the traditional Cadet Saber. We already had a relationship with Kilroy's workshop as far as refurbishing sabers and doing saber repairs. So we called on Ron Hardman, the owner, and he was able to apply the etching on those sabers for us. That began our conversation of made in the USA sabers.
Well, we've talked about the saber stuff for a long time. Last year kind of finally came to a head and we're like, why don't we just making these things here? We can do that here, right in town in Colorado Springs. And so Kayla was like, woo, all right, we're going for it. So the process actually starts with doing the research that we did on it. So we wanted to be historically accurate. We wanted to be true to the Air Force Academy. So we started talking with Kayla to the historian to find out what was here for a reason versus what wasn't.
What were the parameters that we needed to work within? What was the history of the saber? Were there any restrictions on changes that we were going to make? Were those even options? He did some research and assured us that there were no restrictions. We were keeping the saber the same, just applying additional structural improvements and material improvements to the saber.
We start off with the blade steel here and we grind that down. So we actually hand grind these things. We cast bronze guard and pommel. This is the guard and this is the pommel. And then we wire wrap the handle on here and assemble all those pieces together.
We have actually put the Academy crest onto the saber, whereas prior it was the Air Force crest. There have been improvements made in materials, better defined artwork. The finishes have improved, and there's a coating that is applied that will prevent it from tarnishing, which was an issue with the prior saber.
We changed the wrap on the handle. So historically with the USAFA sabers, it's been stamped steel. We wanted to do a legitimate wire wrap handle. I'm big into history, historical accuracy, and this is the way it would have been done. We wanted to make improvements in every area that we could have.
So we will be selling them here in Doolittle Outfitters at the Association of Graduates in Doolittle Hall, and also on our online store, shop.usafa.org.
When you think about what the sabers represent, you know, people have these hanging on their walls, but it's more than that. This is a symbol of their time and their dedication, not just to the Air Force, not just to the Academy, but to our country and to their families, because these go down from generation to generation. So if you can't tell, it makes me emotional. Very, very important.